Hello, hello. Welcome back. Today, I am taking you along at the Caption by Hyatt Hotel. I'm part of the Nashville Wedding Planners group. I'm the education chair, and we're hosting first event of 2025 just for our planners in the group. So there's 35 planners in the group, and about 15 to 20 of us are here today. We're basically doing an education event. We are going to be talking about growing our teams with Ashley Ebert, who is also my business coach, and I can go into that in a separate video or maybe in the end of this video, TBD. But we are going to have a little tour of the hotel since it's brand new. And then we're also going to have some snacks and drinks for us. And then we'll kick off the meeting around 12 for about an hour with lots of Q&A time at the end. So I don't know. I'm really excited. I love like lunch and learns, and I'll take you around and give you a little peek inside one of our meetings. We're so fortunate to live in a city where our vendor partners are really generous with their spaces, their time, and providing us some, obviously some meeting space, but also food and drinks for our meeting. And we always want to make sure that we take a tour. Like, we have all of these wedding planners in the group, and it's important that we show our support and we know about these venues. So Tyler here from Caption by Hyatt is going to give us a tour of the hotel, and it's just a great way for us to get familiar and to start recommending the space to the clients that we feel would be a good fit.
Yeah. Management and the Nashville Wedding Planners.
They're like, welcome.
All right. So everybody hop in here. So this is our standard queue.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Then we started our meeting officially. So we had Ashley Ebert from the Abundance Group, who is actually my coach and another girl on the Nashville Wedding Planners Group's coach as well. And we wanted her to talk about team growth. This is something she specializes in and something she's really helped me with already going into 2025. I have to say, I am so thankful for this group, the Nashville Wedding Planners Group, because I feel like after this conversation, like the actual formal presentation, we opened it up to Q&A with Ashley, and she is an open book. And I think a lot of us in this group are also open books, and we feel like we can just share in this safe space. Okay, this is next day, Gabby, and I just wanted to chat a little bit more about this community over competition and the reason why I think having close groups that are in the wedding industry, as you are, how it's so important to help grow your business. So here's the thing. I think there are some people out there, specifically in the wedding industry, who still think gatekeeping information is what gives them a competitive advantage, right? They're holding on tight to all of their secrets, but at some point they're just going to be all alone on their little island with all of their secrets. Whereas those that play in the community aspect can help each other build vendor relationships, build on their own skills, learn from other people, and honestly just collaborate together. I think wedding planners, we work by ourselves most of the time, unless you work in an office with a big wedding planning firm. For the most part, we're all just individual people sitting at their home office desk, and 90% of it is us at our computer. Of course, on the wedding day, we're surrounded by a ton of people to a point where it's maybe overwhelming at times. But for the most part, it's a very lonely career path, right? So I think finding your community, whether you have them online or you get to meet in person and it's people that you trust, is so, so important. So for example, during this Nashville Wedding Planners meeting, I shared at the end of it, we did kind of a long Q&A, and that's where really the conversation kind of breaks open and people feel more vulnerable in sharing challenges that they're going through, I shared about my 2024 profit and loss statement. I've talked about it a little bit here and there. If you're a YouTube member, if you're part of my membership community, you have access to the whole video where I am literally screen sharing me going through my 2024 profit and loss statement and evaluating why my numbers are so shocking. And I think this is so important. I wish as a new wedding planner when I first started that someone was so open about this, because you don't know what you don't know. Much like we tell that to our couples, you don't know what you're getting yourself into when you are starting this kind of business. You don't know what categories you should even have on your profit and loss statement until you maybe learn from someone else, or you spend in some category and all of a sudden you're able to hire a bookkeeper that says, oh, you should only be spending 10% in this category, or you should be making a profit of X at the end of the year. So for me, really sharing that with my community is kind of how there's no secrets. I want you to know where we're at in our business and how each number is what I look back on to evaluate how I'm going to move forward in the new year. But I'm just giving them to you. I want to make sure that I am transparent because I would have wanted the same in return. All that to say, I really believe there is value in being open and sharing both your successes and your challenges along the way with a community of like-minded professionals. Now, in the wedding industry, I think there's a lot of value in sharing that with other wedding planners just because we're all going through the same thing. However, if you found a group of just overall business owners and you guys can kind of share, big picture stuff, I'm sure there's a ton of value in that. If you're wondering kind of where to find these people, we're so lucky in Nashville. We have the Nashville Wedding Planners Group. We pay an annual fee to join, and it is literally the most trustworthy group of friends and planners. We're all at different levels. Some make more than me, some make less than me, some offer packages that I don't offer. Some have very unique ideal clients like we do, and some do everything from corporate to baby showers to weddings. So it's just really, really great to have that group. And I know that's not for not everybody has access to a team like this. So I would say start in Facebook groups. There are Facebook groups online that are both geographically centralized. So you could find someone in your own state, city, country, province, whatever it is, or you could just find a general group. And I always list those groups at the end of my videos in the description. Those are some of my favorite groups. They're free. Join them, learn from people. You don't have to even post anything. You can just read the post. And I feel like you'll find someone who is going through something similar to you. And you could even just send them a private message and say, hey, I'm going through this. Here's how I navigated it. Or I also need help navigating. Let me know how that works out for you, all that kind of stuff. Then you can go to networking groups, in-person networking and conferences. I think specifically to the wedding industry, if you go to wedding industry specific conferences, you are both learning from experienced wedding planners, but then you get to kind of meet your peers at the water cooler later on. There's always gaps of time where you can get a snack or there's breaks. Be the person who goes out and reaches out to people that are just standing there. I think if I was very introverted, I would want someone to come up to me and introduce themselves and make me feel like, okay, I belong here. I can at least make a friend here. And if that's you, if you feel comfortable enough, be the one to approach people. So all that to say, I always just want to make sure that you feel welcomed, especially on this channel. I want to make sure that I am, creating videos that you feel are helpful, that I am being inclusive of every type of level of wedding planner there is out there. I'd love your feedback about that, by the way. And if you're interested in really diving deep, I'm not doing any coaching, but I have the YouTube membership. So I have a few different levels. You get different perks based off each level. But if you sign up for I think it's the pro level or above, so pro or premium, that's when you get access to my videos. And I plan on like sharing everything this year. I want to make sure that you have access to me as though we were besties sitting in the same office. I'll share about my challenges, I'll share about my successes. We can talk money, we can talk bookings, you name it. But like again, I'm not going into any type of coaching. I'm just seriously sharing my journey of a wedding planner, what I've learned, the ups and downs. And I just hope that it's super helpful to you. So as always, if you would be so kind to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe if you want to see more of this. I used to do videos every Wednesday, but I have now decided to move them over to Saturday. We're going to test it out. I think there's going to be probably more people that are active on the weekends and just like chilling, hanging out. Obviously, if you have a wedding, you're probably not chilling, but you can expect to have these now on Saturday and see if that works. But as always, drop me a comment below this video. Tell me what you think. Tell me where you're at in your business. And as a reminder, I do live streams every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. So that would be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. This is a chance to ask me anything. It's live. We're talking. I come usually with some type of topic to go over, but for the most part, I'm there to answer your questions and just have a little chit chat. So thanks for being on this journey with me, guys. I will see you next week. Bye.